My name is Destiny Ulrich, and today I'm going to be doing monitoring duties on a patient that is running IV fluids too. So this has been in our cage. He's been having some vomiting and diarrhea at home. It's okay, He's a little bit cranky. To get our initial exam before we start IV fluids, we're checking his skin turgor. And it seems a little bit delayed. So we'll make note of that. His mucous membrane color. It's okay, Bubba. They're a little bit pale, but pink. And his capillary refill time is probably about 1 second to 2 seconds. So we rated him at about 5% dehydrated and got a drip rate of 1 drop per 5 seconds. We have a 15 drops per mil chamber. Unfortunately, we ran out of our 60 ml per drop, or 60 drops per ml chambers, so we're making do with what we have. His catheter was just placed, but seems normal size, so that is good. Bandage is not too tight, and we'll just take a listen to his lungs before we start. It's okay. Everything sounds very clear. So we will get him hooked up to our fluids and set his drip rate. All right, so we have the fluid line hooked up, and we're going to set our drip rate. So I am just going to let 1 drop hit and then count and make sure that it's not going to hit another end for another 5 seconds. Okay, so we have our drip rate set. And that's about 1 drop per 5 seconds. So we will come back in about an hour and check and see how they are going. All right, so we are at our first hourly check, and our drip rate is still going consistently. If we look up at the bag, it's hard to kind of guesstimate with this size liter bag, but it appears that there has been about 25 ml that has entered him through his IV. We're still cranky, but we'll just go ahead and check his mucous membrane color. He's pink. Capillary refill time. It's less than 1 second. It's a little bit tacky, but it's to be expected with his dehydration. So his catheter site looks good. We had a little bit of backflow into the fluid line. Skin turgor. Still a little slowed, but no signs of overhydration. So I'll just take a listen to his lungs. I know you're upset. I know you are. It's okay. Kind of hard to hear with him growling at me a little bit, but I don't hear any crackliness or anything like that. So we'll keep him going and come back in another hour. All right, so we are at hour 2 of our fluids. Our drip rate, he's got his paw kind of kinked up a little bit. The rate is still good whenever I came in here and checked on him. Still cranky. It's okay. That's a good boy. It's all right, Finn. So we'll just check his skin turgor. It seems to be maybe not as delayed as what it once was. So that's good. He's a little touchy with his paw. I did notice that, so I'll write that in his chart and let doctor know that we'll keep an eye on it. His mucous membranes are pink. They're not tacky like they were the last hour. They seem to be moistening up. Capillary refill time's less than 1 second. And then we will take a listen to him. Okay. It's okay. I know you don't like that. It's okay. It's okay. Listen to the other side. Lungs still sound clear on both sides, so we are at approximately 50 mil, about. So we're running maybe a little bit ahead of schedule, but we will just keep an eye. We won't move it yet. We'll just let it keep going and check it out the next time we need to slow it down, then we can. All right, so we are back for our 4th hourly check, and our drip rate is still running about 1 drip every 5 seconds. And our quantity, it's getting pretty close to the 100 now. I would say he got a little bit over 25 last hour, probably more like 30 to 35 or 40. So I'll make note of that on his chart. His mentation has got a little bit more cranky, so bear with me. I'm just gonna check his catheter site and skin turgor and listen to his lungs in the kennel. It's okay. Okay. It's a good boy. Everything sounds clear there. It's okay. Mucous membranes are pink. Capillary refill time is less than 1 second. I'm just going to do skin turgor. I know. And that seems good. If I can get it. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Can I just move it so they can see on the video? It's okay. Yeah. I know. It's okay. Okay. I'm done. It's okay. Alright, so I will fill the doctor in with how we're going so far at hour 3. Other than him being absolutely cranky, there hasn't been any vomiting or diarrhea in the kennel, which is a good sign, so we'll stay the course. Alright, we're back for our 4th and final video of our hourly checks, but so if we look at our fluid bag, alright, it's still going consistent. So that is good. We're about right at the 100. So as far as him getting the correct rate, it has all evened out. So that is always a good sign. We'll see how he is this. is back to normal. I don't know if we can get this. It has good response back to where it's supposed to be. So before I get him out, I'll just take a listen. His lungs still sound clear, no signs of overhydration. So I'll check his heat. Nice and pink and moist. He's still not had any vomiting or diarrhea, so catheter site. Everything looks good there. No super swelling of his paw or anything like that. So we'll continue with our hourly checks for the next 8 hours, but we are all set with our videoing.